Young girls, don't cry. You're not alone in the fight. The broken, the unspoken, we can't heal if the wound is open. It feels like no one hears to see your heart is bleeding. The cry is ignored when you are ill. When the wrong, the pain and lies are kept a secret to gain for their own benefit. Be strong, be brave. You're too far away from the grave. Stand tall. We are here. We don't know the spirit of fear. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. Liberia, Liberia. When will we stop being the inferior? Our vulnerable children stripped of their innocence. It feels like no one hears to see your heart is bleeding. The cry is ignored when you are ill. When the wrong, the pain and lies are kept a secret to gain for their own benefit. Be strong, be brave. You're too far away from the grave. Stand tall. We are here. We don't know the spirit of fear. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. Liberia, we can't give up when they have turned their backs on us. Liberia, we can't give up. Liberia, we can't give up. They have turned their backs on us. Liberia, we can't give up. Young girls, don't cry. You're not alone in the fight.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Lieutenant Commander J. Galpohkpa Chesson talk show. I just noticed that I couldn't access YouTube this morning. I don't know why. They told me there was a problem and I didn't have time to rectify it this morning. So I will go on later on and rectify it and upload this video. So for those who can see me on YouTube this morning, please turn to Facebook or Twitter, if you please. Thank you. Well, we wake up this morning to the devastation in Kentucky. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the type of devastation that tornado did to Mayfield, Kentucky? So far, there are 80 people that have died. But the governor has announced that there are scores of people missing. So we expect the death toll to rise. To the families and people of Kentucky, we send you our love, our best wishes during your hour of tragedy. May God be with you. We also know that in Rhode Island, we have had the first case of Omicron virus in the state over the weekend. The governor will make an announcement later on today during his briefings to talk about masks, vaccines, etc., etc. So, for you all in Rhode Island, pay attention and stay tuned for the governor's announcement later on today. In Rhode Island, also, we know today is going to be a dry day. Right now, it's in the upper 30s, lower 40s, but we expect it to go up to the upper 40s and lower 50s. Okay, so today will be a good day. Check it out. Oh, and the Omicron virus in Rhode Island was found out when a young lady was tested who traveled to New York. She's a resident of Providence. She's 20 years old. So she was tested and she tested positive. So that's the only case in Rhode Island so far. Okay? Let's look at my topics for today. Liberians must unite to protect our wealth and resources. That's Liberians. Let me correct that on this page at least. Liberians must unite to protect our wealth and resources. Yes, I got it. Liberians must unite to protect our wealth and resources. Number two, Liberians owe a constitutional duty to each other. And three, rise, Liberia patriots. Number one, Liberians must unite to protect our wealth and resources. Behind me is the picture of the news report on ArcelorMittal, the mining company that is currently mining the Nimba Mountain. The contract they have with us have been renegotiated several times. Now, in this contract, they want us to give them the railways that run from Nimba County through Bassa to the port. The iron ore in Liberia Mountain is shared with Guinea. Nima Mountain is divided between Guinea and Liberia. The mining section is in Liberia. Guinea section is untouched. They are about to mine it. But to get to the mining area will cost a lot of money to do it from the Guinea side. So they want to exploit the iron ore and use the Liberian railway to export the iron ore to the sea to be transported abroad. They cannot do it from the Guinea side because it will cost a lot of money. It will cost tremendous amount of money because the terrain is not conducive for mining. The Liberian side is already conducive for mining. Since that mountain is shared by Liberia and Guinea, they can access the ore on the Guinea side from the Liberian side and exploit it from there and transport it on the Liberian side to the ocean. That contract has already been signed between Liberian officials and the Guinean officials. Now, the company that is going to be mining the Guinea ore wants to use the Liberian railway to transport their ore to the ocean. The company that is mining on the Liberian side, Acela Mattel, wants to take control of the Liberian railway since they are mining on the Liberian side. They want to include our railway into their contract so they can have control of the railway too. And this has been a big issue because if they take control of our railway, all the money that we're supposed to be getting from Guinea to use our railway will go to Acela Mattel. And that's billions of dollars. And they want George Weah them to give them the right to control our railway. And we are saying no. It's already in the contract. The Liberian legislature is going to review that contract. But we, the Liberian people, have come to the understanding and consciousness that this deal is not good for Liberia. We cannot give Acela Mattel our railway. They will rob us of billions of dollars. That railway right now transports iron ore from the Liberian mining company from Nima County through Basel to the port to be shipped out of Liberia. We are in control of that railway. We cannot relinquish control of our railway to Acela Mattel under any agreement. They want it. They want to freeze us out of everything. They already have in the agreement that if anything go wrong, they're not responsible for it. We're responsible. That's in the agreement already. They take no responsibility for nothing. Now they want our railway to control it. And George Weah them about to give it to them. It's before the Liberian legislature. and we are saying no. We know that for too long, this legislature has fleeced everything we have and given it to other people. We have lost for so long. These multilateral corporations and companies come in our country. They take no responsibility for their mess. They deplete our resources, bribe our government officials. All the things they're supposed to do have not been done. Building roads, building schools, building facilities for the workers. All those things have been neglected. Why? Because our government officials take bribe. We can't continue like this. We can't continue like this. It is hurting our country and especially our poor citizens. We lose all the time. They come to deplete our country. They misuse our people, they abuse them. All the things they say they would do for us, our leaders get bribes and they don't do it. Look at our roads. All the roads you people come and say they will build. Our people take the money from them and divide it. And these roads never get built. Look at our country, my people. Look at our country. We can't go through this. It's not good for us. It's not productive. It doesn't add to our progress and advancement. Why we gotta go through this time and time again? Why we gotta go through this endlessly? Everything we have, our leaders give it up for nothing and they take bribes for themselves. How long? How long we'll go through this? How long will be the legacy of the Liberian people? How long will we cry on our leaders' hands because of their stealing and corruption and evil? How long will we sit down and allow these people to abuse our nation and us? They're abusing us because we worked and we don't get no pay because the pay scale is never good for us. The arrangement and agreement is always negative when it comes to our well being and upliftment. Why? Only a few people in our society continue to enjoy. This is not natural. This is not right. This is not what our people died for in 1980. This is not what we fought 14 years war for, civil war. This is not what 250,000 Liberian people have died for already. For us to come and repeat the same things over and over like we're crazy people. Like we're crazy people. Are we crazy people? I don't think we are crazy people. So why we repeat the same thing over and over? Why we let the same people get away with this kind of evil and stealing and corruption? Why we think our time will come still? We do it because we want our time to come, waiting for our time. It can't help us. Our time not coming. Our time not coming. We go through this time and time again. We sit and cry while people. We sit, we see the corruption, the stealing, the lying. We come and act like we're mad, and we do nothing about it. And if people know us, they say that their society will just yell and cry and talk. And in the end, they will keep quiet and things will go back to normal as always. This is what we always go through. Why do we have to go through all of this time and time again? Why do we have to let our leaders enrich themselves at our expense? Why we gotta remain silent in the sight of all this corruption and stealing and mismanagement and abuse? Why? It's not normal. It's not normal for us to just yell at our leaders, oh, you stealing, you stealing, you stealing, and they just keep stealing and have no regard for us, have no regards for what we're saying, how we're feeling, what we're thinking. They have no regards. But yet, we're still in the wilderness crying. We're still in the wilderness hoping, praying. We're still in the wilderness. So, I mean, well, we just got to realize that it's upon us. Nobody will come and do it for us. We can listen to the talking all day or what we should do, what we should do and must do and can do and all that. And if we don't do it, it doesn't matter. We can do all the crying and yelling and appealing. If we don't get up to do what we must do for ourselves, it ain't gonna happen. So here we are. We see all our wealth and resources just blowing up before us. We see all the massive stealing, the massive corruption, the massive deception and lying. And what we got to show for it? Nothing. Nothing. Our people lives not getting any better. Their condition not getting any better. But yet, all this money being expended in our country and nobody can account for it. Our leaders, things had to change in our country. Things had to change. And it's incumbent upon us to unite and make this thing happen. Because there is no way we can stay apart, fight each other, disregard the things that are significant and important to us, and hope for things to change for the better. It can't change. We got to and must come together as the people, demonstrate that we have the abilities to come together to protect our own interests and welfare and well being. Because it can't go on like this. Something is wrong. I keep saying something is wrong, but that's it. And as long as I'm here, I will keep saying it, whether people listen or not, because somebody got to say it. Okay? Let me take a break and I'll go on my second topic. Under our constitutional laws, we are empowered to protect each other. We have a duty and obligation to care for the welfare and well being of each other. And if we fail to understand our duties and obligations as Liberians to each other, we will not even be cognizant of our own rights as citizens of the Republic of Liberia because our rights are intertwined and intertwined with each other. And if we fail to protect each other, if we fail to understand that the whole of Liberia is a parcel of one nation and people, will not grow and will not develop. When things happen in Nimba County, it resonates all through the land. When things happen in Lofa County, it resonates all through the land. Maryland, Kidma, Maserado, we are our brother's keepers. And if we continue to fail to understand that and continue to see ourselves as tribes or separate groups of people living within one nation, we will never achieve anything worthwhile. Because our nation is too interwoven for us to take things like a laissez-aller. For us to say, oh, that don't matter. That the people in Nimba, that the people. No, no, no. When things happen in our country, it happens to all of us because we are all one and the same. If we don't work together as a people in a nation, our whole nation will collapse. We all like a part of a wheel. When one roll, everybody gotta roll. We all gotta be in sync. We all gotta speak the same things. We all gotta say the same things. We all gotta understand that we cannot exist with each other. We are our brothers' keepers. We are our people's keepers. We keep the interest and well-being of our people before us at all times. When the people in Nima County are troubled, the people in Sino County are troubled, the people in Kidma County are troubled. When the people in Grand Jida County have issues, all of us have issues that we must attend to. And until and unless we begin to see ourselves as this intricate mesh of people with the same common interests, same common well-being, and same common welfare, will not achieve anything. We'll continue to look for answers to things right before us. We'll continue to fight each other for bullshit, for foolishness, when we all have the abilities to use what we have, working together, building on what we have to make it beneficial for all of us. All of these things are possibilities. But if we don't understand the ideal of working together, of forming common interests and well-being that all of us can work around, that all of us will feel a part of or be a part of, we will not reach that goal of unification and integration to achieve nothing positive for ourselves. Charity begins at home. So it's incumbent on all of us to understand our duties and responsibilities to each other. that as Liberians, we got to work together to make this nation work. It cannot work by itself. It cannot work unless we all connect and make it work. Connect and have principles and laws that we all treasure and place before us as our guiding source. So until we do that, we still got a strong path ahead of us. We got still got a strong battle. We can ignore it all we want. We can say, oh, the now we want to hear from Chesson, man. Chesson not telling us the right thing. We want to hear politics, politics. But when after all the politics, it boils down to what Chesson telling you. Because this is what makes the wheel run. This is what makes the train go round. This is what makes the world turn. If we don't work together, if we don't understand our duties and responsibilities to each other, we'll not be successful in achieving anything. Because when shit hit the fan and you don't know who you are, you don't know where you're standing, you will not be able to resist the test of time. Okay? So let me take a break and I'll tell my topic for the day. Got stuff to do. Thank you, thank you. So all this is to say that realizing if we have duties and responsibilities to our nation and to ourselves, it behooves us to understand that as patriots of the West African Republic of Liberia, we are the catalyst for change. We are that thing that can make things happen in our country. We are that thing that when we heat it up, things will move. People will listen to us. Governments will come down to their knees and listen to us. But until we are collective, until we have that spirit of unification and integration, until we have that spirit of oneness in us, we'll not find direction, we'll not find good leadership, we'll not find good path to peace and happiness among us in this world. Because everything comes with building, building, building. You got to build relationships. You got to build friendships. You got to build family. You got to build everything. You got to build it. You don't work on it when not work. You got to build it. You got to build it. And it's that strength and that effort to continue going on that make things happen now or in the future. So this is just to say that we got to do what we got to do as patriots. We got to do what we got to do. We got to understand that we have duties and responsibilities, and these are incumbent upon us. Nobody can come and put it on us or make us do what we got to do. We have to realize it ourselves. We got to say, oh Lord, we've been sitting down too long. Oh Lord, no, no, these things not right. Our government not right. Our people not right. Ellen Johnson said it not right. All of these things not right. We got to stand up and protect our interests and welfare, or else it will all fail and be for nothing. So that's just my 1 cent and 2 cents this morning. Okay? Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. Because if we don't rise up as patriots, knowing and understanding our duties and responsibilities to ourselves, to our nation, to our posterity, things will not last long. Okay? Have a good day.